I'm just minding my business. I'm minding mine. And I'm steady counting Benjamins. And she say she wanna roll.
Welcome back to the channel. I am Charles L. Gwapo. If you're new here, consider to share, like, comment, and subscribe. It really does push the algorithm through the roof. From the title, as you can see, have I ever been jumped? The question is yes. I'm 6'1", 6'2", roughly been this height for a very long time, probably since about the 8th, 9th grade. So logically, if I was to have an issue with a guy, he's most likely going to need help, whether it be with friends or an object that's definitely going to give him the upper hand. You know what I mean? Like, look at these hands, you know, they're very strong. I've hit very hard. So yeah, I have been jumped. The first time I believe I was jumped probably was around the 8th grade. What ended up happening, I joined this clique called the NRB, which means Night Rider Boys. I was bloodthirsty. That's how I got down with NRB in the first place. Give you a little backstory. Me and my family, we moved from the west side of Indianapolis to the east side of Indianapolis. And that's where I attended this middle school called Harshman Middle School 101. That's right, I'm from Indiana.
I'm an Indianimal. He an Indianimal. We from Indiana.
But Harshman definitely gave a different atmosphere. I ain't know really anything about the east side. I knew I had one friend from the east side named Roy. He was from like 49th Street. Other than that, I had to build my network of people over there at this point in time. It was cool, but like I said, I was a stranger in foreign land. So just imagine walking to school every day inside of a territory that you're unfamiliar with, and you sitting in classrooms with people that you're unfamiliar with, and you're new. So you got to figure out who's who, learn what's what, and understand east side politics, understand if it's a target on you or just east side politics. But I did get to learn a lot of different hoods during this time, like Dime Life, Wildlife, Post Road, man, the list goes on and on. I say that to say this: at this point in time, everybody everywhere was starting to click up. You know what I mean? It was more about cliques than it was about hoods. So NRB was a clique that pretty much, some of the members was east side, but a lot of them was from everywhere, and all of them wasn't from the same hood. Like, I think Jeff was from 10th Street. We had John, who was from like Hillside. Man, the list go on. Me being a West Sider. So what ended up happening is that Jeff was one of my first people I met out there. He stayed right around the corner from me, and his pops knew my cousin, Big Baby, rest in peace, right? But me and Jeff was cool. We built the repertoire. He ran with NRB. And by me being a bigger person, they always kind of like wanted to be around me, latch on to me, just because I was a bigger guy. And who wouldn't want that bigger guy on their team when it's time to fight or whatever? And they always used to just, you know, ask me questions. Hey, come get down with us. Whoa, we really can use you, blah, 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 blah. And I always kind of played Jeff, like, nah, I'm good, bro. Y'all go ahead. Y'all got it. You feel me? But as NRB grew, a lot of other members that I knew, they became members, basically. People I knew before they became members, they started to ask me. I'm like, I don't know if this, you know, they want me down because this is what they into and we all cool, or if it's just really like pressure from other members to put me down. More of the story, it was a guy named Mike Sisley who transferred from Addicts, like I transferred from Addicts. I knew Mike Sisley And backstory on him, we all was in a group home together. Mike Sisley, his brother, me and my brother, and his brothers end up jumping my brother, right? And then my brother came and got me and we jumped him. That's a little backstory. Me and Mike Sisley find out our hoods was like right next to each other. I'm from the land, aka Land Life, and he was from 2G. So we ended up going to attics together. We became cool over the time, and even to this day, like, we was cool. But that's a little backstory with that. He ended up transferring to attics, and I guess by him being new and smaller guy, probably was more outgoing and less reserved like how I was. He ended up getting jumped by some Eastsiders.
Some little niggas. Some little niggas.
Hey, your guy, they just jumped him in that field. I'm like, what? I'm furious, man. Who? What, man? Who? Now I'm popping my stuff, right? I'm going overboard. I'm at the top with it. Like, man, I'm ready to knock anybody out. Like, I was just bloodthirsty. So I saw like 5 members of the NRB guys that's been asked me to get down. So now I'm heated. I'm frustrated. I'm ready to just knock anybody out, right? So I go up to him like, hey, y'all still trying to put me down with the squad? And he was like, man, you ain't for real. Like, that's my guy Moan G. RP to him as well. Right? He's like, nah, you ain't for real. You for real? I'm like, yeah, come on, let's do it. Where we going? Right now? What? Later? It's like, bad. What? He's hype. Oh, what? Let's go. Yeah. So we end up picking up an alley. And I remember all 5 members that jumped me in, which was crazy. You had Moan G, like I said. You had Lil Jeff, my guy, right? You had Sid the Gas Man. He's also my guy. I think he's from 10th Street too, now I think about it. You had John from Hillside. And you had, I believe this dude named James. I want to say his name was James. I don't know. He was probably there. But they all surrounded me kind of like in a U shape. Right? And I'm standing like this facing them in front of his house in the alley. So they all surround me in like a U. I'm like, so what's up? They looking at each other. You know what I mean? Who gonna start it off? I'm like, yeah, I'm starting telling them now. I'm like, who gonna start it off? Let's go. I'm ready, right? They're like, I ain't starting off. You start off. I'm like, man, I gotta be at home. Nobody wanna start off? Forget it. I'm gonna start off. Bing, 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 bing. I start hitting the first person close to me. I believe it was John from Hillside. Wham, wham. So now you see me come from the left. Wow, wow, haymakers. Wow, wow. Everybody from everywhere just hitting me. I ain't falling. I'm hitting uppercuts. Boom, boom. I also forgot to mention too, to be part of NRB, the rules is very simple. When you got to get jumped in for 2 minutes, right? And then you got to, you can't tap out. So that was pretty much simple. What? I get to fight? They fighting? Bad. So like I said, Sid the Gas Man, come in. Walker. John, James, boom, 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 boom. And I'm starting beating on Sid, bing, 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 just throwing her, right? Then Jeff, he's so short. He was like shorter than everybody, right? He goes sit down on the bricks. I see him sitting down because he's like, I can't get a hit in. Like, it's 5-on-1 right now, and I'm gonna sit this one out. So yeah, I'm throwing haymakers. Man. Everybody, they hitting me, but I'm full adrenaline. I'm off of aggression right now because I was that furious about Lil Mike. You know what I mean? We from the west side and y'all eat there, right? So James, he ended up calling time. That's it. All right, 2 minutes you in. Woo woo. And after that, John came with a super 8. I was like, okay, wham. All right, break it up. So that was the first time how I got jumped. I remember after the fact though, we found the bando for our hangout spot, right? And we end up smoking, rolling up, smoking, kicking, laughing, got something to talk about. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, nah, you dang it. Yeah, man, my two, talking about the put down, if you will. And, man, I ended up kicking in this like garage door that was to the bando, but it's the garage. We're just gonna hang out there. There was a sting in there, sleep. Woke up, like the zombie, just like, how somebody lay flat and they straight up. It's like, oh snap, we all took off. What the hell was going on? But yeah, that's how I got down with NRB.